start of the new program year by asking our clergy and program staff to get silly, even while still preaching the gospel and pointing to Jesus. This year we have reimagined the parable of the unforgiving servant, found in Matthew 18, asking ourselves, what would it look like in a fictional context that is familiar to many of us, especially those of us with small children? Our scene opens first with the question that sparked the original parable.
Peter, my son, truly, truly I say unto you, whatever you bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, just as whatever you loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven.
Right. But Lord, how often can my brother sin against me and I should forgive him? I mean, we should cap it at like 7 times. That's generous, right?
Peter, I do not say to you 7 times, but 70 times 7.
Jesus went on to tell a parable that went something like a story that I am all too familiar with and know by heart. In the kingdom of Arendelle, in a land far away and long ago, though not as long ago as a certain movie that I know by heart, there was a snow queen. And the snow queen had learned about love and freedom, although she had lost any hope of ever experiencing either.
Elsa? I don't know the snow name. Your Majesty. You know what? I would really like that. Your Majesty, as for your wishes, the judges, to your grace, are waiting to hear your decision regarding their gifts to the kingdom treasury.
Oh, yes, that's right. So then we'll have to wait till it's up here. All right.
As the morning progressed, the members of the kingdom made their way through the judgment hall. Standing before the queen, there were those burdened by mortgage payments, internet gambling debts, unpaid accounts at Little Hardware, and worst of all, Gilchrist.
Your Majesty, I present to you Mr. George Petty, who is a lawyer in your kingdom. As of today, his total debt in your kingdom amounts to the vast amount of $700 gazillion. And he has deferred his loan for 5 years.
You must pay your debt.
I cannot pay my debt.
You must pay your debt, or all that you have will be sold and put towards the balance. Guards,
Your Majesty, have patience with me, and I assure you I will pay my debt in full.
there is no way you could possibly do that. You are not a young man. You were to spend the next 20 years working your fingers to the bone, you still couldn't pay off this debt. You will never be able to pay it off. But this is a kingdom founded upon mercy. I forgive you all your debt.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Do you want to send me?
Yes!
As it turned out, Mr. Petty left the throne room and still was trying to pay off the debt himself, the very debt that had been ripped up in front of his face. And as he was walking, Mr. Petty ran into an old friend. Hey, brother! Hey, you! Where is my money? Oh, Mr. Petty, have mercy, I'll pay it. How can you begin? I've been known as a generous man, but how can you begin to presume upon my generosity? I loaned you $7.63, which now compounding interest is $11.17.
generous and loving. So there's hope for you. I hate to be the one to have to put you here, but the Queen is loving and generous. So there's hope for you. While you're here, I'd like to give you something to think about. One of my favorite things, actually, summer. Oh, I don't know why, but I just love the idea of summer and sun and all things hot. Sometimes I like to close my eyes and imagine what it would be like when summer does come. When life gets rough, I like to hold on to my dream of relaxing in the summer sun. Just doing off steam. The sky will be blue, and you will be there too.
And so shall my heavenly Father do to every one of you, if you also do not forgive your brother from your heart.
Jesus wasn't telling Peter that forgiveness is quid pro quo. That is, God will only forgive you if you forgive other people. But that it's God's forgiveness that melts our own frozen hearts, that it gives us the ability to actually forgive. He who is forgiven much forgives much. And when we're able to rest in the knowledge of God's great forgiveness in our lives, we're able to let go of the debt in our lives because it's been paid by Jesus on the cross. And only then do we have the freedom to forgive.
I know it's small, but help me remember this truth, or at the very least, will drive me mad.
It's funny how your own bone makes his loan seem so small. The fear that now consumes you, you can't give to him at all. It's time to see what God can do. You chose the law and now it's against you. The wrong turns right with God, you'll see. He sets us free. Let it go, because you have received. Let it go, this is what we believe. Don't you care about your cold hard heart? Open up your eyes. away.
Until next